What's up, everybody? We're at the Bosch booth at World of Concrete for 2020, and guess who we bumped into? Sarah.
Hey guys.
Listen, would it be fair to say that you head up the entire Daredevil line of drill bits? Is that right?
That is accurate, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so you're familiar with the Daredevil spade bit, right?
These are literally my favorite.
I was saying, this is the one that you don't get mad at me on screen about, so I like these.
I don't ever scream. I love this.
I didn't say screen.
Oh, what'd you say? On screen?
Get mad at me on screen. Okay, so a couple of fascinating things about Daredevil spade bit. It has this fully threaded tip at the top, and what that does is it really allows you to grab on the wood.
Yes.
So you're not doing the work. If you're doing overhead drilling, or if you do a lot of this all day, super easy, way easier on your shoulder. It also has these spurs at the top. Those pre-cut the wood, so again, you're not doing all the work.
I will say this, as aggressive as this bit is, it is so sharp.
Yeah.
It does such a great job of not creating tear out. You would expect something this aggressive would create a tremendous amount of tear out, and it does not.
A little bit. It's not for your like fine woodwork.
I agree, but I just expect more.
Happy to hear it. The one other nice feature is it has this paddle design, which is really fantastic, because what that does is it pulls all the wood chips out the back of the bit, so it lets you go fast. So this is 10 times faster than a standard chisel point spade bit.
Listen, what would you say if I told you that in Philadelphia,
Yep.
we call these paddle bits? What would you say?
Fine. They are.
Okay, because you said spade. What we did was we created a hybrid.
Yep.
We call them spattle bits.
Spattle bits.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to use spattle anytime soon.
Why not?
Now I know what it is.
Unbelievable. All right, so we're going to try this, or you want me to try it?
You get to try. This is all about you.
I will tell you this much. This drill feels pretty good.
And that's with our 8 amp hour on there. Did you pull the trigger on me?
I wasn't being aggressive enough. Okay, I wanted to show that one-handed operation. You can see it's just pulling through.
Yeah.
I gave it a little something. We'll throw this in speed 1. Just to see it pull through. Okay?
Did you put it in?
That's nice.
Yeah.
What's this thing?
So this is Nail Strike. I like to call Nail Strike Daredevil's beefier older brother, right? So he's a little bit curvier, a little more robust, got a little chunk to him. One of the things that happens with Daredevil is if you're drilling into wood and
how do you know it's him? You say chunk to him. I think there's a little junk in that trunk.
It's
her.
So it depends who I'm talking to. I'm going to call him a guy for you. If I'm talking to the ladies, maybe she's a lady, a little more Rubenesque.
I don't know that any of that will make it onto YouTube, but
that's okay.
So
if you're drilling into wood and you don't know if you're going to hit a nail or not, this is a great option. Because when you use a Daredevil spade bit, or any chisel point spade bit, or paddle bit, and you get hooked on there, or a spattle,
we're converting her.
If you hit a nail, you tend to get hooked with those spurs, and it can really wrench your wrist and hurt you. So what Nail Strike did is we took those spurs off and we did just pure cutting edges at the top. But we kept that same threaded tip, so it's still really aggressive. The other thing we did is we really beefed up the body of the bit. So what it does is it allows you to hit the nail, cut through the nail, and not break. So it's not an auger. You're not going to go through like 150 nails with this guy. But this one will be, I like to say, a just-in-case bit.
So, just in case I hit a screw, what happens then?
You will not cut through a screw.
Okay, just checking.
Screws are a lot harder than nails.
I knew I'd get her on something.
You want to try this
do you have, let me ask you a question. Do you have a demo where I would hit a nail?
I don't have any nails here. The goal of this stuff today was to show, the biggest question I get is how fast is it compared to this Daredevil?
Guess what? It's doggone fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll see there is a little bit of tear out with the curvaceous one. Okay, I would just want to illustrate, and we could put this on speed. We could put this on speed 1, maybe to eliminate some of the tear out. But look at that. That for something that's that self-feeding, that's pretty amazing. The very minimal amount of tear out. That's impressive stuff.
You got time for one more?
For you? Sure.
Okay.
We always got time for the big balls.
Okay, so this.
I've not tested this one
You
yet.
haven't tested this?
No,
Oh,
I have not tested this
today.
yet.
Okay, so this is our cordless high-speed auger. Similar to some of our other augers, but it's a little bit different. So you still have a threaded tip, which all of our wood drill bits are known for, which is fantastic. It does all the work and pulls it through. You have 2 cutting edges, so 2 sharp edges, just like the nail strike. Okay. And you've got these 2 flute designs, which is really fantastic. So if you do any concrete drilling or any other wood drilling you're familiar with, you need to pull all that debris out from the back, speeds up your bit. So this is a really fast bit. But the thing that makes it special is it's cordless optimized, so you get a longer runtime on your drill than you do with a normal auger.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Is it more effective and efficient because it has these longer flutes? Because I would assume that these longer flutes help to eject those bits out of blind holes, because it is an auger. Yeah,
that helps. The 2 flute design actually definitely helps. It reduces the heat that you get on the bit as well, which makes it more efficient and keeps the tool cooler. But it also has to do with our design and our technology behind the threaded tip and the bullet shape of this bit as opposed to just a conical tip.
Okay.
All right. The one other thing that's really fantastic is this is going to run in high-speed mode, and most augers don't run in high-speed mode. So this one's going to run in number 2, and it's going to get through these two 2x4s that are strapped together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we're drilling through? Oh. I didn't even see that. This is my kind of test.
All right.
Are you running this or am I?
You want to?
No, you can do it first.
Okay.
I'm going to watch you.
You want to go on that side?
What do you want? You want me to push on your back? Here.
I got it. All right, ready?
You really want me to push? Oh my God. You're a good sport. That's unreal.
There you go. Try that one out.
I got to tell you, this feels good. You ready?
After this, I'll introduce you to the guy who's in charge of this.
You ready? I'm gonna do this twice, okay? The first time.
Let me stand back here just for your table shows.
I'm not. No, that's the thing. So literally, I just cradle the handle, and I let the drill do the work. At the very end, it kind of stalled. I just had to give it a little nudge, but the self-feed tip really did a good job of pulling the bit through, unbelievably fast. Now you're saying that you're giving me the go-ahead to actually put some behind this thing?
Holding it, you go ahead.
All right. You ready? I will say, I think that sometimes you gotta just let the tool do the work and not force things. Good things come to those who wait. But, somebody did tell me though, if you want something, you have to actually go out and get it. So I don't know who to believe.
You actually broke through the back, by the way. You didn't get all the way through. The tip is through.
I think your battery's dead. No.
But I checked it. It was fully charged.
It's just I'm too aggressive.
Sometimes you just gotta treat it like a lady. Be a little gentle.
She's totally not PC at all.
No.
Which is not a bad thing. All right, we ready? We're gonna do this one more time. I will say, the bit drill worked flawlessly when I wasn't acting like a lunatic and pushing on it. But thanks for holding on to the bench anyway.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the deal. This has literally been one of my favorite bits, like forever. But I gotta tell you, I'm super excited about this. What is the price point? And is this in kits? We have to buy singles?
Yeah. So retail is around $20 for the 1-inch bit, depending on where you're purchasing it from. And it is available in a 3-piece kit.
So 3-piece kit, you can get singles. It's about $20.
Yep.
You said depending on where you can get it.
Yep.
Where can I get this?
You can get it through most of our distribution partners.
Okay, so this is the world's first quick change system solution for angle grinding. So the days of spanner wrench, flange nut, gone, because all you do is attach the wheel, snaps on, just that like that. Secure. Then to remove it, pull the lever, and the wheel drops. Now the really cool thing about this launch is our wheels are backwards compatible, so you can transition your fleet at a pace that works for you. See, this is an X-Lock wheel on a standard grinder, and you use the flange nut and tighten it like normal, and you're good to go on that grinder too. We have a complete assortment of metalworking products, bonded wheels, fiber discs, flap discs, wire wheels, cut brushes, and then even for concrete, we have some diamond segmented blades and continuous diamond blades.
So I have a question.
Yes.
What do you say to the person that like thought the internet was going to be a fad, and they thought that like battery powered tools was going to be a fad, and they thought that like electric lights, like they would still use candles? What do you? Those are the type of people that say it doesn't take that long to like undo this. You know, why should they go with X-Lock?
Multiple answers to that question.
Okay.
So SDS Max, SDS Plus, T-Shank for jigsaw, Starlock oscillating, all of that was invented by Bosch as a solution for cumbersome interfaces. This is the next big thing. This is the next step and the next challenge that we're tackling. We've already seen great adoption, and there's so many benefits to it. You cannot put the wheel on the wrong way. So a normal angle grinder you can, but this one, there's only one way to put it on. And then because you're not tightening your wheel, you don't have to worry about the wheel being compromised and cracking at all. The cordless specifically, so many safety features packed onto this. We have the X brake that stops your wheel in under 2 seconds. Right away, we have anti-kickback control. Stops your wheel. My hand is still on the trigger. We have vibration control and a ton of cool features packed in the cordless. Wide range of corded grinders too, paddle switch, variable speed paddle, dead man paddle. So a lot of options in this line.
What about wire wheels and wire cups?
Yes, so our wire wheels and cut brushes are not backwards compatible due to the hub. However, we do have a wide range of assortment of crimped, stringer bead, knotted, and then it's also color coded. So when you're working with stainless steel, you know that you need a green wire. So if you see the, oh, there's back there. But this will be green.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go. So once you throw out your packaging, you don't have to worry about like metal contamination, because as long as you see that it's green, you know that it's safe to work on stainless steel.
Gotcha. Cool. Cool. What about our flap discs?
Flap disc, you want to give them a try?
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Some grinder wheels, like if you get to a certain portion of the wheel, you're able to knock off a part of the plastic. Not with this.
Not with those.
Just checking.
Yep.
You wanted me to grind with the...
Yeah, you can grind with the bonded wheel, and then we also have X-Lock concrete cutting over at the other station too.
Really?
Yeah. So, a ton of cool features.
Looks good.
Like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Come on, people.
You know what I really like the most about it, though? It literally, that change, that blade, that wheel change was like instantaneous. Really, we went from one wheel to the other.
Yeah, in seconds.
Unbelievably fast. So we got some segmented wheels.
So what we got here, segmented concrete wheel.
Wow, look at this.
So same concept, right? If you notice, this has been used in concrete, and when I pull that loose, there's a bunch of concrete dust on it. We managed to clear all that concrete dust just by pulling that trigger. Pops right back on. And again,
I will say this though. Your vac solution must be really good because there's not really that much buildup in there.
no, so watch. Now, granted, because it's cordless, we don't have the option of the turn the tool on and run the the grinder. But and by the way,
Yes.
that's actually sucking out of this grinder as well.
It's pretty cool.
We've got 2 grinders running. The idea here would be like a tuck pointing type application.
Sure.
You can see I'm cutting pretty much an inch and a quarter deep. No dust. Completely, I mean, you didn't see any dust coming out of that tool at all.
No.
So it's a clean product, but the reverse, everything is simple. So the shroud itself is a 1-button flip loose, and then the same mechanism that can be removed, swapped out very simply. It's all designed to cut your labor costs down and to keep it safe. So the other side of that is you're safer. You're not having to grab that wheel. You're not having to put a wrench on it. It's all a much safer system.
It's awesome.
Want to cut again? Let's cut it again. You can see I'm pushing pretty hard. I mean, it's not bogging down at all.
That's amazing.
Feel free to run it if you like.
So I know I'm like, you know what I want to see, right?
So button down.
Aha! Unbelievable. All right. So number one, you can see there's like hardly any buildup, and number two, I mean, literally, that's awesome. Think about all the time you're going to save. More efficient, more effective, which means you make more money. And if you like that, smash the like button. Who doesn't like make more money? Darren, what is the cost of these wheels?
It is actually the same as a typical diamond wheel. So there's no real difference in the cost that it takes to make that wheel versus what it takes to make a standard diamond wheel.
And this one's backwards compatible.
This one will fit on a 7/8 inch arbor as well. So if you have an older grinder that has a 7/8 inch arbor, that will fit.
And if you like having options, then smash the like button. Get subscribed and tap the bell, because you never know when Anastasia and Darren are going to be in another video and you're not going to want to miss it.
Amen.
Yeah.
This is the Revolve 4000, guys. So this is what we're introducing this year in World of Concrete 2020. This is where we have invested majority of our time and put most of our innovation into the product. So you can see it here. This is the rain tank. So one of the coolest features is that if it starts raining on the job site, you don't have to worry about it. You just run, leave it there, and then you can come out, pick it up. Other cool things, when you come back, if you go even for 80 hours, it's still gonna be running because it's Core 18V compatible. So the great thing about this is that it runs off our 4.0 amp battery. So it's the newest tool that it's part of the family of the Core 18V cordless tools, but it's also gonna run with the 8.0. 8.0, you get about 130 hours of power.
So the 4 amp hour and 8 amp hour batteries, they're inside a compartment, secure. Is that correct?
Correct. So yeah, many of our competitors claim IP rating of 68, but nobody can claim, as we do, that the battery compartment is actually going to be IP68, which actually means that it's dust and watertight. So nothing is going to get in there. It's going to work through rain, water. Even if it gets dirty, you can put it in water, wash it with a hose, water, and it'll still be running.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
This works with a receiver?
Yes. So we can go in the back and I can show you more about the actual functionalities. But the basic idea of this tool is that you're going to use it for exterior leveling applications. So whenever you're working with extreme job site conditions, when you have like machinery going around, site preparation, you're actually doing road work and some stuff like that.
Footers, foundations?
Yes, so this is when those tools come in place.
Gotcha.
So you pair this with a receiver, and this particular one has a 4,000 foot range.
Wow.
So you can do it at very, very, very large applications. Yeah, so let's go back to the Revolve corner and I can show you guys actually the new lineup because we've been working in the entire revamping the entire lineup of rotary lasers. So come with me, I'll show you around.
Let's do this. What kind of tattoo you getting later on?
What's that?
So what kind of tattoo you getting later on?
Revolve, of course.
You're gonna get a Revolve tattoo?
I might.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Are they really tattooing these tattoos?
Yeah.
And only these tattoos?
Yes.
And people are getting these tattoos?
Look at that. There's 2 people doing it right now.
Oh my God, bro. You're not serious. You're not getting no tattoo.
Maybe. I might get a Revolve.
Okay.
So what we have right here, guys, is not only we've been working on the actual innovation inside the tools, but we also revamped our entire line of rotary lasers. So what we did is we created the new Bosch sub-brand that it's called Revolve, and we created this new 3 tiers of products. So it's now very easy for everybody to actually understand and get what they need. So we're bringing a solution for every user. So to start off, we have base right here. So it's a Revolve 900. This is for your basic solution, even for interior leveling applications that you need that 1,000 foot range. This guy is gonna get all your leveling done inside. Next, we have the Revolve 2000 right here. So basically, this one, you're getting a step up from the 900. And what you get from this one is a better receiver. And you also gonna get dual manual swoop. So when you start working in great applications, when you need to do inclination, ramps and stuff like that, you can actually work with this in 2 axes to make sure that you got your grade rights. And last but not least, we have the beef right here, what we're calling the Revolve 4000. So it's our newest tool, like I talked right there. But come with me, I'm gonna take you actually to the Bosch Revolve corner, and I can show you actually in detail the functionalities of the tool. So what we have right here, it's 4000 right now, it's running. We have 5 key selling points for this one. So start off, like I said, Core 18V compatibility. So when you open up this door, you're gonna see that our Bosch 8.0 Core 18V battery is right in there. The other cool thing is that it's a connected tool. So you're actually gonna be able to use your phone to manage all the functionalities of the tool. So you can see that here it's connectivity. So you can pair it with your phone, and also you can pair it with 2 receivers at the same time to make use of that dual slope that you get. Another feature that you get is so that you have dialing dual slope. So when you're working in this grading application, or let's say that you're working in a field like this and you need to cut some material out, you can actually use and input that percentage of slope that you need to get done in here, and the tool is gonna self-level to that specific grade. One of the top features from the 4000 we have right now, it's something that we're introducing with this tool. It's called UCal, or user calibration. What that means is that you can do calibration for the tool on the job site on your own. So following the app, you can actually get a calibrated tool back to 1/16 of an inch. What you get with that is no tool downtime, and you actually are not spending money to sending that tool into a calibration center.
So, recalibrating this tool,
Yes.
What's involved? I mean, is this spinning it on certain axes? How do you recalibrate that?
Yeah, so it's actually super simple. So we have 2 ways of doing it. Right here we have it set up so you can see the receiver. It's on that container right there.
Okay.
Basically what you do is you set up your receiver. Once you have your receiver set up, ideal situation is going to be at 100 foot of distance. And then what you're going to be doing is making sure that each side of the tool is going to be level at the same point. So via the connection of the receiver to the tool, they're going to talk to each other and they're going to level it for you. So it's doing the work for you. You just have to follow the instructions either on the tool or in your phone.
Okay.
And in a process that takes about 10 minutes, you're good to go back to.
So about 10 minutes is what it will take.
Yeah.
How much does this thing cost?
All right, so we have 4 executions for this one. The one that we have right now for the show, we actually have a promo that it's $2,099. It comes with a tripod, rod, receiver, and it's actually going to come with an extra receiver. Given that this is 4,000 foot range, you can actually use it with 2 receivers at the same time, which is great. But it's a super competitive price. It gets all the user needs solved, and it's an amazing tool that it would last forever.
That is amazing. So price point on the 900 and the 2000?
Yeah, so the cool thing is that now it's very easy. We have a solution for every user. So starting with the 900, it's $599. The 2000, it's $899. And the 4000, it's $2,099. Yeah.
Carlos, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'll assume you have a heating element in there?
Exactly. So in the form of the Bosch rotator.
Pretty cool.
Our logo. So you can see the thermal difference. But keep on holding there.
I'm gonna stand closer to the wall. Oh yeah. I'm gonna stand closer to the wall to stay warm. That's pretty cool. So I'm sorry, what was your name?
Chris, nice
Chris,
to meet you.
I'm Vince, nice to meet you. We're here at the Bosch booth at World of Concrete for 2020 with Chris. We're taking a look at this new thermal. Is this brand new for 2020?
For the United States, it's brand new. So we are selling.
We always get everything late, Chris. Why do we always get everything late? So as you can see, in this wall, you're just seeing, it's just a normal graphic, right? But when we put up this thermal imager, you'll see they've inlaid the Bosch logo. It's like a heating element in there. Now, what I find pretty awesome is it will actually show you the hot spots, right?
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this thing?
So we have two different spots in here. One is the center point, and this is the temperature in the center point. So the center pixel. But then you also have this hotspot running around. It's always looking for the hottest pixel in the whole image. So now we have the head of the guys over here. Yeah, so he's probably the hottest right now. If I move over to the image again, then we see that the hottest pixel is somewhere here.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
It's also good to find heat pipes in the wall before you start drilling.
That's
so
awesome.
You switch on the heating and they heat up and you let the heat diffuse to the surface and then you can see where the pipes are and you don't drill into your heating pipe.
It runs on standard 12-volt batteries?
Yes, correct.
What's the cost on this unit? And does it come tool only? I already have these batteries, so can I buy this tool only? And how much is the cost of that? And then how much is a kit?
Buy this tool, the cost is $1,200.
Okay.
It comes with a battery and with a charger.
Okay. There's no bare tool option?
There is, as far as I know, no bare tool option.
Probably not here in North America, but in Europe, they have a bare tool.
We do not have a bare tool option.
There you go.
In Europe we don't.
Well, thank you, Chris. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoy the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Vince. So, this is a deep concrete sensor. So you're saying a space this big, you want to come across and then up and down, and you could pretty much clear that area. Is that?
Yes.
I got you. And this will detect ferrous and non-ferrous. It won't tell you though if there's voltage. Like
Yes, it will. It'll flash red.
it will tell you if there's a voltage. So what we have here is, it says wall scanner detect 150. So I'm just going to assume that this is part of the wall scanner line. That's why it has wall scanner on it. Or this is a wall scanner, but we can use this on concrete.
This is a wall scanner or something different. So wall scanner, you're thinking, drywall, something along that.
We're talking about concrete walls.
Yes, this is concrete, so this is what you want to do.
Yeah, the product is called wall scanner. So you are scanning the concrete.
Foundation walls.
You can scanner the dry walls as well, whatever you want. Up to 15 centimeters deep in the concrete.
So 15. What's that?
Up to 6 feet.
Up to 6 feet.
Inches. Sorry. Up to 6 inches.
15 centimeters threw me off.
I was going to say, wow, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, up to 6 inches, you can detect the deepness into the concrete dip.
So we need to just roll across the concrete.
Yeah, you roll across.
I saw something about pressure, but does it matter how much pressure we apply to this tool? Does it matter?
It does just matter if you don't slippery the wheels. So all the wheels must be running together. So you need to put a little bit pressure, but not much.
I got you. So, okay, we're rolling through here, right? And you have to I have to get used to how this would work, right? But we can see the sensor if you come in here. And I'll assume this simulates, this is the sensor, those are the two wheels. It's scanning down 6 inches. So you following how that actually looks? This is the sensor. Those are the wheels. This is the concrete we're scanning through up to 6 inches deep.
Perfect.
Here, we see an object. This is the surrounding concrete. Now, I'm seeing a void here. I don't necessarily know what that is. So, if we scroll over or roll over, I'm seeing hash lines. So that I'll assume that's concrete. As we roll over here, I see a void. But
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
This line here, like the dark line, is where you did not scan yet. That is why. So all the clear ones is what we already scanned, and this the red, the black dot. Or the circle is what you found it. It's some object.
Okay,
so here in this case, it's a tube here.
So we can see this, right? So we can see this tube.
So if you go further, you
Yes.
will start to scan a new area, and you will see like that
so
the dark
now
area it will
it's
get
turning clear.
And then so then here I go and I go back. So I found something. I pass over, okay, and then I go back again.
So push me
and
out of the
then
way.
I find the material. So then here on the top, I say like this material is 2 inches deep. Okay.
So it's telling you how deep it is too.
Exactly. And that's what I can do with this. As you said, these are the 2 wheels.
Yes.
So I can come here and I can mark. There is a place here that I can mark. And I go to the other side and I mark this other
that's nice.
side. And when I take off the product, I would have exactly where the material
awesome.
is.
That is awesome. Okay, now we lifted it and reset the tool.
Reset the tool and then you put it back, press start, and you start to scan again.
Okay, so then we put it down. We would hit start, and then we would scroll left to right, right to left. Am I started here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift it. I messed up. All right, I lifted it. It reset itself. We're gonna put it back down. We're gonna hit start, and we're gonna move. It's actually okay. It's flashing left. We're gonna scroll left. You see, as we're scrolling left, see that lighter shaded area is giving the all clear in the concrete. Now we had a little flash. Why did we flash red? Because it detected an object.
Yeah, exactly.
So it detected the object. We got a red flash, and we could scroll over, clear the rest of the area, and then we could scroll back and clear the rest. We're going to scroll through, and those hash marks will disappear. To clear it out, boom, we found our next object, which was another pipe.
Yeah, you need to go and back. Yeah.
So it's up here. Is that what we're saying? It's up
Yeah,
here?
you go. You always detect. You go
Yes.
and you go back just to clear, because sometimes you find something, but you need to pass over the material.
So my question is there a third pipe in here?
No, maybe it's getting something, some metal here just under the pipe. Sometimes it detects like a little bit further.
Gotcha. And this will detect ferrous, non-ferrous metals.
Yeah, and plastic, empty, and fill up with water.
Empty and filled with water. And electric?
Electric as well. When you detect electric, it will flash
back
and
and
make
forth?
a noise because it's more dangerous for the user.
That's nuts. That's the second time it picked that up.
Yeah, sometimes it's a piece of like an aggregate, like some big piece of I don't know, some aggregate in the. That's why. That's also like here it tells you that it's metal. Ferrous metal, and if you go like this one, let's see what it said, we'll probably say no metal or something like this. That's kind of like aggregate, yeah. So no metal, so probably something that it's in some piece of something inside the concrete.
Nuts. I can't believe how intelligent this thing is.
Yeah.
What kind of batteries does it take? Double A's?
It's 4 double A's.
4 AA batteries. Let me ask you, is there not does Bosch like plan on maybe doing a version that will run on maybe a 12-volt rechargeable battery or something?
Maybe. Let's see what's coming up next. So we are always bringing some innovation for the market.
You know, the thing is that especially with
12 volts is the future. So for sure, next products will have 12 volt.
You know, let's just say I have a general contractor. As a general contractor, I have a job. I'm going to use this tool.
Okay.
Problem is, I'm not going to use it frequently, right? Okay. These AA batteries, you know, they sometimes you store this away for a little while, they corrode, and then they ruin the tool.
Yes.
The 12-volt batteries, right? If I'm using them with other tools, I'm going to take it off, recharge it, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to worry about destroying the tool as well. You know what I mean? I think the 12 volt makes a lot of sense.
It does.
But what do I know? I don't know much.
Lithium batteries are the future, so.
That's pretty awesome. What was your name?
Ricardo.
Ricardo. What's the price point on this, Ricardo?
$8.99, and we an offer for $6.99.
So right now it's on special. How long is the special running? Just for World of Concrete?
Just for World of Concrete.
You better get it while your getting's good. Ricardo, thank you. We appreciate it. What's up, everybody? We're here at the DeWALT booth, World of Concrete for 2020. It's my first time here. Ricky, is it your first time here?
10th.
It's Ricky's 10th time here. So guess what? We couldn't ask for a better person to show us something new at the DeWALT booth.
We have here is our brand new 1 3/4 SDS Max rotary hammer, and it is shipping. So it just started shipping on Friday. So this is hot, fresh, new for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is it coming in kits with the 12 amp hour?
So it's coming in. Actually, they should have the 9. So it is going to be kitted with the 9.
Okay.
2 9 amp hours.
Now, let's go over it.
What's awesome about it, right?
I want to know what's awesome.
All right.
Because you want to know what's awesome.
So, like all of our cordless SDS Max hammers, it has our shock system on
Okay.
it for vibration. It also has our patented E-clutch technology. So in a bind-up situation, shuts the tool down. That's good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've been on a ride before.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun, and it hurts.
Yeah. You don't make money when you're hurt. So.
Well, being the owner, being the owner, I have to just go to work anyway, even hurt. So
it's got variable speed on it.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes you don't have to go all crazy, right? But it's got 10.5 joules of impact energy. So, right, lots of power. But one of the coolest parts though about this tool is our wireless tool control. So you can see this little icon on here?
Okay. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it shows you it's paired.
This hammer talks to that vacuum right there.
Okay.
It's paired, right?
What's it say? Does it say it says you suck?
Nah,
Is that what it says?
Yeah. It says you suck.
You suck.
So, but no,
I thought that was funny.
But it tells it right that hey, you need to work, which is great because it's a common frustration for guys to be like, dude, this thing's constantly running. I don't want to hear it. I need it when I need it.
People want solutions. They want things to work together.
Easy.
They do. And the thing is, as a small business owner, like I say all the time, I can think, okay? I can think. You might not think so. But sometimes, small business owners, we're so busy, we just want to talk to an expert and say, hey, I got this, what goes with this, what works with that, and we just want it to work. So we can do what we do best. I like that.
Agreed.
I like that.
If you notice the icon on here matches the one on the vacuum.
So down here, we have these are like our pairing buttons.
Yeah, exactly right.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Is it Bluetooth certified?
No, we don't use Bluetooth.
So it's not a Bluetooth.
No drama with the Bluetooth.
Okay.
Easy. And by the way, there's nothing to add to this system.
Okay.
Which is the big thing, right? Because there's some other pairing systems out there.
Sure.
You got to buy little bits and pieces. I'm sure your guys never lose anything.
Oh my God.
Never, but we see that happens a lot out in the field. So this system is fully integrated into the tool. It's just there from day one, nothing extra to add, no extra expense, right?
Important.
Yeah, I think so too. So, you want to give it a drill?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have any stats on it?
Absolutely.
He said 10 joules,
yeah,
right?
10.5 joules.
10.5
right?
joules.
15 pounds. It's really the two big ones to focus on.
Okay. So we're on the job, right? So it squeezed the trigger. We get some suction going. We'd place our ring, and then we go to work. I like how that clutch turned off. Yep.
And then when you squeeze the trigger again, the system automatically resets itself and go right back to work.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, so we develop all these hammers in coordination with our anchors, right? So when you look at this type of tool, we have like our Pure 110 or our AC200 epoxies.
Okay.
Right, set up for rebar doweling. So like this tool, when we developed it, we looked at what type of rebar would the guy be installing, and the epoxy that they'd use. These are two good examples of that. You know, and this is really key for like number 5, 6, 7, and 8 rebar. Like that's really that range for it. So you'd be drilling anywhere between call it 5/8, 3/4, all the way up to 1 1/8.
Okay. How much?
All right. The kit with 2 9-amp-hour batteries, kit box charger, is $8.99.
Okay.
The bare tool though, and this is a big one, is $5.99. So this, right, we have a cordless, but we also have a corded one as well.
All right.
Guess how much that is? $5.99. It's the same price as the bare tool. So that way if somebody's already in the system, they don't really have to make like a sacrifice or anything to get into a cordless hammer.
Gotcha. What's up, Nate? I'm Vince.
I'm Nick. Hey.
Welcome to the channel. What are going to show us today, Nate?
We're going to be talking about the new dust cutting straps for grinders.
Okay.
We offer in both a 7-inch and in a 5-inch version here. So we've got both of them around in the market today. They both have the same feature set, so I'm going to set one of them down so we can talk about the bigger one, a little easier to see for your cameras. So a couple big easy things here. We got a plunge system, so you can plunge, set your depth, whatever depth you want it to be. So I'll go all the way down there, and now I can plunge all the way in. One of the reasons that's important is because now I keep this bottom surface all the way against my material as I plunge all the way down in the cut. Before, you used to have a nice little V area where it dust escaping during the cut.
Okay.
And then if I want to be able to change out my blade, both here, open them up completely, change my blade out, put everything back in my locked in position. And then these connect to our airlock system. If you look at this unit here, our airlock system locks in with just one click, locks back on, and nice and secure, right? Before you had tape running around, press fittings, now we've got a nice easy lock on. Our 5-inch unit, because we have a cordless extractor that has 125 CFM, we can do a cutting application or a surface grind application fully cordless with our units because of the fact that we have the 125 CFM and we meet the 5-inch wheel requirements.
Okay. Sounds awesome. My question is, with their respective grinder, depth of cut, what are we looking at?
So on the 5-inch, you're looking at a little under 2 inches. And then
So you can almost get 2 inches with this.
not a full 2 inch, but close to it.
Are we talking 1 7/8? We talking
Probably like 1 3/4 inch.
1 3/4. Okay, fair enough.
And then so this is actually a 4.5 inch blade I've got on here today. This is what I grabbed out of the shop on accident.
Okay.
But with a 5-inch blade, you get a little deeper cut there.
All right.
And then in the 7, you're going to get 2.5, somewhere in that range. It's a decent depth of cut on them.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. That's pretty impressive. Cool.
Price and availability. Yeah, so these will be start shipping in March. So we're almost there.
Yeah, really.
Rock and roll, yeah. What's the price on them? Looking at $79 retail suggested on the 5-inch, and then $159 on the 7-inch. And that's just the units by themselves. The grinders will be sold separately, and but they are built to work on any of our large angle grinders for the 7-inch, and even the small angle grinders for the 5-inch. So if you already own DeWALT grinders, you don't need to go out and buy a new unit. You just get the Shroud to go with yours.
That's a quiet vacuum.
Oh, it's not on yet.
So I need to actuate here.
Yeah, so unlike the hammers, we haven't integrated yet.
Are you looking at integrating too?
Something we're looking at, yeah.
All right, I have a question now. Is this not adjustable at all?
As far as what?
As far as how my this seems this seems better.
You got your plunge. So now
Okay,
that's
so
just it. Nice on the bottom, and now you can set where you want to go. Plunge in, and then you can come forward. If you're looking at the angle of the grinder, yeah, you could adjust it. Just a
you could, right?
quick flip of a Phillip.
So then, right here, we'd have our adjustable plunge, right? So we're gonna set our depth. All right, we'll call it 3/4 of an inch. We're gonna set that. All right, let's set it down first. What do you think? You ready? All right, you ready? That seemed pretty effortless. There we go. We're down to 1 1/8, all right? So we'll go to the full depth this tool will allow us. I will say, at that setting, it seemed pretty effortlessly done. You ready? Not bad. You ready? Sweet. I will say this, with that blade fully embedded, I gotta tell you, that flexible grinder, there wasn't a whole lot of stolen, none at all. Pretty awesome. Nate, we appreciate.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
No ramp up at all, bro. Yo, I gotta tell you, this is awesome. This is literally awesome. There's nothing worse, right? You're getting ready to set a bunch of hat track, and you got your battery all charged, you got your gas in, right? And the next thing you know, you realize your canister's empty. No more, you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's just pure battery. I can't even believe we're able to set those pins. I want to get the specs on this though. I mean, are we setting just 3/4 inch pins? What's the pin length we could set with this? I'm sure we'll find out. Good luck. So that's all we could go to, 3/4? You can't shoot 1.5 pins or anything, right?
You can shoot up to 2 1/4.
So 2 and nah, no way. 2 1/4 with this thing?
Yep. Diameter up to 145s, 1/2 inch to 2 1/4.
Wow.
800 and above.
So you need to put down, let's say you need to put down 3/4 inch ply. You want to put down hardwood floor, which it's kind of sketchy on top of concrete nowadays. There's better alternatives, but you needed to put down something over top. You can shoot up to 2 1/4. Is that 2 1/4 inches? That's unbelievable. No gas, all battery power. How do they accomplish it? Can you tell me? Do you know? Is this your product? Are you you're not the product manager?
I can run through it pretty good. So.
Can you? Let's do it. What's your name?
Bill McNamara.
Bill, I'm Vince. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
So 90 joules of energy, runs off the same 20-volt battery system. So this is our concrete nailer. 2 different magazines on here, as you can tell. One for deeper embedment up to 2 1/4 inches.
So this will do 3/4, but it will go up to 2 1/4.
Up to 2 1/4.
This is just a 3/4.
This is a smaller magazine, yeah. So for smaller applications, just kind of how they're packaged.
I understand.
So you can either get them with 2 batteries or 5 amp hour, or you can get them bare tool. Runs off the same system as our entire other 20 volt. So over 200 tools. Diameters that you're shooting, 102s up to 145s.
Okay.
So if you need a thicker nail, you can get the 145 diameter, but also the 102s.
And it will shoot into concrete. Will it shoot into steel? Can I fasten the steel with this?
We do have steel pins. Optimally, concrete's more of what this is for.
But it could potentially. You have steel pins. You can do it. I'm just wondering here.
I do not know the correct answer to that. Yeah.
When we like the honesty, Bill, we do. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
What's the price on these? Is there a price difference?
Bare with batteries, probably $399. Bare, I think a little bit more with batteries, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Listen, this is the deal, and I'm just being real with you. I use a different style that requires gas and a battery, right?
Absolutely.
The last time I bought one, we're looking at like $1,200.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable value.
Yeah. And one more thing too, so for different material, you asked about the steel concrete here. So there's different settings. So you can do different settings. So
there is a steel setting.
Yeah, so if you're going into CMU, all the way up to, your higher PSI concrete.
Understand.
Yep. You can change it per embedment depths. So.
And these are all the applications. Straps, hat track.
Washers is probably one of the most common lathing washers. Because it's on the 20 volt system, you don't need to be trained for it either, and there is no gas, so confined space, great for this tool. Conduit clips for holding down either rebar or electricians, as well as just everyday
use. You can do track as you see, but the lathing washers.
You know what? It's pretty amazing what's going on here. What's amazing is that somehow DeWALT, with their 20-volt max platform, after all these years, still has some new innovations or offerings?
Absolutely.
Tell us about them.
Yeah, so right now we've got over 200 tools in our 20-volt max system, and if you add in our 60-volt max tools, over 240. So behind me here, you can see across our battery platform, really what we're trying to showcase here is that we've got the right option for the battery for whatever type of tool, whatever type of application you have. You can choose between something that's lightweight and more ergonomic so that you have more control and precision, or something that's higher power all the way up to our FlexVolt system so that you maximize your performance and your runtime.
So I have a question, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk in front of you.
Sure.
So at this point, these 5 amp hours, they're still using 18650s?
That's right.
These 6 and the 8 have now pumped up to 21700s?
That's right. We have 2 different types of cells or cell sizes that are in our 20-volt max and FlexVolt platform. 18650 is one size, 18 millimeter cell, and 21 millimeter cell. And even these compact batteries have 21 millimeters.
These are sweet. These are sweet. So the 2s, we're still at 18650, right?
That's right.
All right. And when we go into the FlexVolt line, what are these using now? Are these still?
That's a 21 millimeter cell inside of there.
So these are 21700.
That's right.
Whoa. All right, awesome.
Exactly. One thing while we're over here too is we're actually giving a sneak peek this week. This is our new 12 amp fast charger.
So I thought this was your old.
Yeah.
Listen, we did a video, you can check it out right here, about DeWalt's fast charger. The old version kept the batteries unbelievably cool and charged them unbelievably fast. You're telling me you improved?
We improved it. It still has that same built-in active fan cooling. Still wall mountable, still double insulated design, but now it's 12 amps. So that means whatever battery that you pick, it's compatible with all the 20-volt and FlexVolt batteries. It's going to be an hour or less charge time. Very fast.
Really? So you're telling me your 12 amp hour FlexVolt?
That's right.
Hour or less?
An hour, yeah.
All right, here's the big question. How much?
So pricing we haven't announced yet.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, you'll be able to buy it with less than one bill.
Wait a minute. When you say less than one bill? No. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Okay.
So a couple other new things just while we're here. As you know, we have a big array of lighting solutions for the job site.
Listen, Sean, I hate to do this to you. I can't move on though.
You're stuck on.
I am stuck on this.
I know, it's pretty amazing, right?
All right, so this is going to charge 20 volt max. It's going to charge FlexVolt.
Yes.
This won't do 12 though.
Correct.
Okay. There had to be some kind. I mean, it's a little catch. But there had to be some kind of catch.
Right.
All right. I'm sorry. We can move on
now. On the other hand, though, this 4-port fast charger does support 12, 20, and FlexVolt batteries, and it's a simultaneous charge, so it does them all at the same time.
All right. So it just got. We had some really good news there as well. Now, here's the question: will this 4-port charger, will it do the 12 amp hour battery under an hour?
So this is the fastest charger we have.
Yes.
This will be a little bit over an hour for the 12 amp hour battery, but it'll do most of the other packs in under an hour.
Okay, fair enough. Just checking.
Exactly. So switching gears a little bit to lighting, if you want to keep on with that. As you know, we have a selection of handhelds. We've always been known for that. In the last couple years, we've added things like the tripod light here and our all-purpose area light over there. But we kind of had that space in between, so another item that we're sneak previewing here at World of Concrete is our new DCL 077 task light. So this is perfect if you need to move this light around. It's very portable and be hands-free. So you can set it on the ground, and with this kickstand, you can adjust the angle to however you want it to point. There's also a built-in tripod mount, so if you want to put it up on a stand, you can do it like that, and then aim it where you want it to go.
That's pretty awesome.
It's LED, 2,000 lumens. It works on 12 volt and 20 volt max and FlexVolt batteries, so universal compatibility.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
Will even your largest 12 amp hour fit on here?
So it'll fit, but the design of this product is really optimized for the smaller packs, so that it'll be more portable.
Just checking.
Yep.
And is there any? We have our threads here.
Yeah.
Any of it compatible with maybe like a DeWALT magnet kit, so we can mount this or anything?
Yeah, it's interesting. So there's not a magnet kit available at this point, but you can, of course, use it on any kind of tripod.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Finally, the other new item just to call out while you guys are here is this is a new job site Bluetooth radio. So you see, last year we had a smaller Bluetooth speaker that we launched for people that mainly stream their music. Very small, very portable. This adds the AM/FM radio. You can see the antenna stores right inside of the handle there.
That's nice.
It's got dual woofer, dual tweeter, so it's got a great sound quality, very loud, great bass response, and it'll also charge your phone while you use it.
That's awesome.
So super convenient, real easy to carry around and protected for the job.
Now this is a radio. It's not a radio charger though.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
The full size unit that we have will include the charger, and this is sort of our mid-size unit that has Bluetooth AM/FM.
Gotcha.
Price point on there?
That'll be $149, and that'll be available later in the spring.
See, Nick always answers like he asks the hard questions. I like that.
Price point on the transfer.
Yeah. So that will be $99.
This is our HM1812. This is our electric breaker with anti-vibration technology. What you're going to see here is you got two independent housings. Most of our competition have actuators on the handle to minimize the vibration. We actually do an inner housing and also two counterbalance. What that means to the end users, we want to hit in the concrete, not the end user. Come try it.
Price and availability?
Yeah, absolutely. So today we got a show special of $18.59, and you're also going to get a free rotary hammer on it with the HEPA vac on it. You should have been at World of Concrete.
All right, guys. Hey, we're about to launch our new mid-torque impact wrenches, the XWT 17 and 18. It's going to be available in hog ring and detent style. Now, just like every other impact wrench, this is going to have the 4 different speeds on here. It's going to deliver 516 foot-pounds in forward, 738 in reverse, by far making it the strongest impact wrench in this market. Now, what we've also added is a really neat feature called auto stop, and that's available in forward and reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and engage auto stop, and I'm going to engage it in number 1. What this does is, let's say I have a torque-specific application like this anchor, I can't over-torque it or I'm going to crack the concrete. What it's going to do is going to take it down snug and stop after the first strike. Now I can break out my torque wrench and finish the application. If I'm allowed to over-torque a little bit longer, I'm going to go with auto stop forward number 3. Let me go ahead and back this out real quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. It's going to stop after about 1 second. There you go, right? Again, allowing me not to over-tighten or not to damage the material. Now what's really neat is these same features are in reverse. So if I go to auto stop number 1 in reverse, it's going to go ahead and break this, break the nut loose and stop for me. That way it's not going to run it out. But let's say I have a lot of thread. I'm going to put it in mode number 3, and I'm going to go in reverse. Now this is really neat. It's going to break it loose, and then it's going to slow the RPM down so it can take the nut up for me. Right? That way I don't lose it. The other feature this has on here is, obviously there's variable speed on the trigger, right? But if I want to, by hitting the mode button right here, I can disable the variable speed, and it just kicks on and off. No variable speed. So again, it's going to be available this summer.
You don't have a price on it yet?
Not yet.
So first, what we have over here is our UB400MP. This is actually the 13th attachment in our couple shaft series. This is going to be the most powerful blower that you see down here on the mat. 480 CFM, 130 miles per hour. We actually have a lot of people really excited, especially for this one, for snow cleanup on the driveway. You're going to get a lot of power with this, with the additional flexibility of, again, 12 extra attachments that can be anything from a string trimmer, hedge trimmer, power sweeper. We've got a full assortment for all your different applications. Then another blower I'm really excited about that we recently released, that's our XVU03 blower. This is the lightest and most powerful blower in its class. You pull that trigger, that'll push your hand back right there. So this blower is really great, especially at World of Concrete, because it's really nice for a compact, easy cleanup. And then the big brother of that blower is over here, and I actually have that on our backpack system right there. So this one utilizes the 2 batteries, and as everybody knows with Makita, 2 18-volt batteries for 36 volts of power. So I've got it hooked up to our backpack system here that has 4 batteries inside, so you're going to get double the runtime. And if I were to change out the adapter to, instead of an X2 adapter, to an 18-volt adapter, I would get 4 times the amount of runtime on that blower. And then the last one that I've got out here on the turn is our XVU03 04. So in this configuration, you can see that it's a blower. But if you look right in here on the side, you're gonna see that mulching blade. I can go ahead and convert that over to the vacuum mulcher that you see down here. So that's really fantastic, even with big sticks. But for me personally, I've got a lot of trees in my backyard, and every week I can't get all the leaves into the trash can. So to be able to mulch them up into that really fine, more compressed material, you're going to be able to fit it in your trash can. So that one's going to be releasing in spring as well.
Really awesome.
Thank you.
You have nice availability on all these?
I can tell you on this one right here that this one is already out in the market. It's going to be $129 as a bare tool, $199 retail, but I do believe that there are promotions out on them. This attachment right here is not going to be available until late spring. And then again, with these ones, these are going to be available late spring. It's going to be a kit. We're just showing it in the 2 configurations. And then our XPU02 is available online right now as well. And that PDC01 backpack is going to be launching in the next few weeks. So for the products that aren't launched yet, that's where you're going to be able to find out pricing as soon as we launch them. Thank you.
Hi, it's Romik Talton, Outdoor Power Equipment Manager from Makita here at World of Concrete. I want to talk about the new XCU08 36-volt top handle. This chainsaw is a beast. 32cc gas equivalent, coming to 14 and 16-inch bar. So what we want to showcase here is a lot of people think that you can't get the performance of gas out of cordless. Well, there's only one way to prove it, and that's what we're going to do here to test. Steel 193, which is the most popular top handle on the market, versus our new XCU08. And this is a reference, Fresh Barn chain, 14-inch, both put on this morning. So it's a head-to-head apple-apple race. Right now, this is $389. The great thing about it, it's on promotion, so you're actually getting 2 additional batteries in the kit. So that's 4 batteries, so it's extended runtime on this chainsaw and allows you to have extra batteries for all the other 250 plus tools on the Makita platform.
Also, if you guys want the hat,
What's up, YouTube? We're at the SKILSAW booth here at the World of Concrete for 2020. Guess who I bumped into? Some old friends, Craig and Sarah. We're gonna take a look at some new offerings. You're not gonna wanna miss this. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. You should subscribe.
It's the best.
Tap the bell. All right, you ready?
Okay, so this was the first one that we launched. It was 7 1/4, basically. It looks like a worm drive, right?
Sure.
But it now has a lot of modifications for concrete. So what we started to see is in our return centers, all these worm drives covered in concrete. And we're like, okay, so people are doing this, let's learn, right? And what are the problems that you run into? How do you actually properly cut? So when you're cutting wood, you enter the wood.
Yes.
When you're cutting concrete, you
plunge.
So we integrated a plunge mechanism here. So you just drop it right in, it locks.
Okay.
And then you push and roll forward.
Okay.
That's the other thing. You want straight lines, right? So we put a wheel escape system. You can buy these all aftermarket, but now it's all integrated into it.
It's funny, people ask me all the time, what do I think about throwing on a diamond blade or a abrasive blade, or even metal cutting blades on my worm drive SKILSAWs? And I tell them, me personally, when you start doing that, I would have to designate a specific tool because the shoe starts to get jagged, and I use my worm drives for finish work.
Exactly.
I don't want to mar my material. This is great. You have a designated concrete cutting solution.
Right, and what we found, like, our worm drives are designed for wood.
Yes.
So there are different things that happen when you have concrete dust constantly in there. Dust, obviously a big deal. This is the first time we integrated dust collection into a saw, right? So this has not only hook up to a vacuum,
we have a separate station where you can do the water feed as well.
So I want to get this straight, because I think I heard something. I just want you to clarify. The Medusa was the first time you put dust collection into the worm drive line.
That's correct.
Before wood.
Yep.
So this saw, and I will say this implementation does a great job of collecting whatever it is.
Where we learned how to do that.
Awesome.
So we learned, and to your point, so we had the dust collection, you hook it up to a vacuum, great, but a lot of people like the water feed. It does actually a little bit better job, and it helps make the blade last a little bit longer.
Okay.
So it also comes with the feed, and we got a separate demo over there, we'll walk you through that too. But you have your option, dry or wet.
I will say this, just glancing at this tool, it looks as though the motor housing, and it could be my imagination, does look a little larger. Is this motor specific to the Medusa, or is this?
Don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure it's the one we use in our 8 1/4, which is a little bit larger.
Okay.
But it's generally the same motor design.
Gotcha.
So we use what's called a dual field motor. We wind the coils in a way that separates them so that they cool down. But we do have different sizes of them for different saws so that they can be built for the application.
Gotcha. Mind if I feel this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Feels nice.
One thing about this too, it's kind of cool.
Yes.
You preset it, right? So depending on how
it's pretty funny what you just did and what I just did. So whenever my skill saws, if we're working in an area like that's not grass or I freak. I never want anybody to put my saw down on concrete, because I'm like, you're gonna scuff my shoe.
Exactly.
So when you grabbed it, I was like, ah. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I mean, your saw. You can do whatever you want with it.
This one's for concrete. This one's made for this. But just wanted to point out here. So the depth gauge looks a little different than a wood one. Right?
Okay.
So you just line it up to 1/4 inch all the way down to 2 inches.
Okay.
And then so let's do like 1 inch. We'll do, or 3/4 inch. So you keep it loose. You lock it in.
Okay.
So now the blade is above the surface, and then when you're ready to cut, it'll just clip in. So you sink it in.
I want to see that again.
All right. So you just go straight down, and it clicks in.
I gotcha. So I wanted to force the tool to see the limits, how quickly we could make that cut at this depth. Handled it pretty well.
Well, and look at this, look how straight and accurate.
Oh,
cut.
beautiful.
You're not doing anything with a grinder or a cutoff saw where you're kind of bouncing up and down on your depth. I mean, that's a perfect cut for a sidewalk to do your concrete relief.
I have a question. When using this, would there be any reason that you would suggest doing a partial depth cut and then continuing with a second cut at the full depth that you would need? Or I wanted to possibly continue this cut at the full 2 inches of depth?
If you need full 2 inches, so the more of the blade that gets sunk in, the better your dust collection. So I would recommend just going straight to the full depth that you want.
So you're saying if you needed 2 inches, go 2 inches.
Go straight for it.
All right, well, let's do that.
All right.
Let's do that. This is how easy the depth change is, right? Literally. So we would just slide to whatever depth we need.
All the way down to your 2.
2 inches is here.
Yep.
And then we lock down. Boom. And then this saw, in case we didn't get it the first time, right? We would just push down.
Yep, and it'll plunge all the way in.
And lock in to our full 2 inches of depth. I'm gonna start out here if you don't mind, right? And then I wanna do the full plunge.
So that dust collection is unbelievable.
So that's pretty amazing. The dust collection at full depth, amazing. Here's the deal. I don't think that we've talked about this at any other time we've been together. Can you tell us about that Flex vacuum?
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally, look at it. If you didn't have dust collection,
oh, you're done. Especially with all the new OSHA rules, right? That stuff's terrible for you. So make sure you either use your vacuum, use your water collection. You need it for sure.
Can you? I want to tell us all about that Flex vac, because it's one thing to like the nice shiny saw, but nobody really wants to think about the. Oh, I'll just hook it up to any vacuum. The reality is, all that particulate, a standard vacuum is going to clog. The filters are going to clog.
For sure.
And then guess what happens? If it's not sucking the particulate out of the air, right? If it's not able to do it, then you have that particulate. You might as well not even use a vacuum at that point.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
So this is our. We have two different varieties. There's a.
So Flex is a SKILSAW brand. Tell us about Flex.
So the parent company is Shervan.
Okay.
They own brands like Ego and SKILSAW we're looking at today. They also own the Flex brand.
Flex. That's a German brand?
It is a German brand. So, you know, the highest quality engineering that you would expect from any German
okay.
Right, so we have a line of vacuums that we launched here about 2 years ago. And the idea here was that we knew, partnered with all this, you know, dust collection becoming much bigger thing for cutting, right? That we needed a vacuum to support the system. So instead of launching one, we just made the brand that already had one in its portfolio compatible with all the skill product that's coming out.
Okay.
So this is the 44 liter or the 33 liter and the 44. As you can see, its bigger brother is right over here.
Oh, okay.
Different sizes of them. One of the really cool thing about it is, you know, like some other vacuums in the industry, but you plug your tool right in here.
So you plug the vacuum in,
yep.
Then plug the tool into the vacuum.
And then when you power up the tool, the vacuum powers up as well. And
so that mode, it's on only when the tool comes on. It'll run briefly after the tool goes off.
Yep, exactly, to keep it on your tool clean as well.
Now, you don't have to run in that mode. You could run in the on mode and the vacuum will just come on, correct?
Correct.
How come it didn't come on?
So that's off. There you go. So then you can see what it's doing there. It's tapping clog up either.
So it has a feature where
it bangs the drum.
It will bang that filter. Instead of taking out that filter and banging it manually and holding up the job, this vacuum bangs it for you inside.
It does all the dirty work for you.
That's pretty amazing.
So yeah, so we have both these varieties. This is the 33 liter, which is roughly, I believe, a 9 gallon, and then the 44, which is roughly an 11 gallon.
Now, does it take special filters or?
Just your standard HEPA filters.
So a standard HEPA filter. So it's not like some crazy filters that are going to cost $1 million that you have to replace.
Definitely not.
Let me ask you this question. How, because of that banging feature, like how many cuts can we get through, do you think, before we have to clean a filter or get rid of a filter or empty this? I mean, I guess know it'll vary, but do you have any kind of idea?
So I try to equate it to what we're doing, right? So we'll cut here all day long, and that's extreme, right?
Yes.
You know, normally you're cutting like a couple cuts on a sidewalk or a slab, and we'll have to change the filter at the end of the day, right? So, you know, we'll do significant cutting on a heavy day, and we'll clean it just to make sure it's running top notch.
Right.
But if you're using it occasionally, you're going to get, you know.
So you're telling me that this vacuum does such a good job of cleaning its own filters and all. You can pretty much cut maybe all these red lines out. You have to change that filter at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we talk about 2-inch depth of cut. If you really need a little bit more,
yes,
you can always take the wheels off and you can go straight to the slab.
Wow.
So that gets you another 1/4 inch. The wrench lines up and you're good to go. So you could take the wheels off or even replace them if you need to. Same blade wrench that operates this as well.
Now this wheel, what's it?
7-inch diamond blade.
Who makes this? Is this?
So we are working to offer a SKILSAW set of diamond blades as well. But
okay.
Right now, you know, it does not come with one.
It does not come with a wheel.
Yeah, and the reason being is there's too much variation. So when you cut wood, it's pretty straightforward, right? You're doing your dimensional lumber, and you know you either want a ripping blade or not.
Okay.
When it comes to this, you know, you have segmented, turbo. What's your depth of cut? Are you going for life? Are you going for speed?
Okay.
So we basically said, leave that up to the person who's operating. They're going to know best of what type of accessory they need so that they can get the right blade going for their job right away.
Now I have a question. Do you have a recommended? You have a list of recommended?
We really do leave it up to.
Leave it all up.
So the user knows best in this case. We don't want to put a blade in there and add cost for a blade that you may never touch. All right, so this is great, right? But you don't always want to be on your hands and knees, right? You're doing a sidewalk. You only need to go 3 feet.
Right.
Perfect, right? But say you want to do a 50-foot run.
Yes.
Right? This is not your ideal tool to do a 50-foot run. You want to be upright and operating. So that's where we came out with this one. So a year later, we launched what we call the Medusa Walk Behind. So it's its bigger brother, has an extended folding arm. So first,
wow.
It'll go away, fits in a small bag. So, and then pops right back into place. You're good to go. So adjustable height for the short people like me.
And me.
Other people like it a little longer. And it essentially operates the same way. 7-inch diamond blade. Now, instead of being a plunge where you push down,
okay,
you set your depth again beforehand.
I want to see this.
So you set your depth.
Oh, and you lower it down.
Yep. So say you want it at a 1 inch, you lock it straight in. So now we're at 1 inch depth. So there's 2 ways to enter. Some people like to go from the front and straight down, or you could pivot from the back. Same idea again. You got a front pointer, your 3 points of contact, and then your final off the inside of this wheel will give you your line. So blade, wheel, blade, wheel.
All right, so I want to see this.
Lock it in.
We're at 1.5 inches.
All right, 1.5 inches. All right. Get yourself all set up now if you want this. I would recommend.
Whoa, we just set it up for the short guy. Unbelievable. You're the best, Craig.
So much easier when you're standing upright to go long distances. So one thing that you did notice, right, as you're plunging in, it's really, really tough to collect all that dust up front. But once you're in, it does a great job.
Absolutely.
But if you do want even better dust suppression, I'd recommend water feed, which is what we have set up over here. So both these units are the exact same.
So these are the same units. We're just using a different method to suppress that airborne silica dust.
Exactly.
We're using water over here.
So this comes with the unit that's sold. It just attaches underneath, and there's a little fork that goes around both sides of the blade. So just gives just enough water to keep the blade wet and lubricated. And again, it'll run longer. You get more life out of the blade on a wet blade, as well as you keep that dust like to nothing, next to nothing. And then, of course, in this scenario, you don't want to use the vacuum as well. So, a little power to a water feed, so you just turn this on.
Okay.
And then, same exact operation. You're going to plunge, so we can set this to say...
We're going to set it to 2.
All right, go
because we like it set full depth.
Okay.
How's that feel?
And the one other thing that we did, because when you add water, you got safety, right? So a built-in GFCI, none of that aftermarket stuff.
Right. Here's the deal. If you had GFCI that was not built into the cord, then you might have an instance where you forget that protection, and you could have an unsafe situation. They built it in. Safety first.
All right, so when you do this one, turn the water on.
Yes.
You get a little.
Oh, nice.
All you get. So sometimes I've seen people, they take a hose and they run a hose down here, and then you're standing in a pool of water 5 minutes later. So just enough water. So let's get you lined up right here on your cut. When you're ready, and you've got it all organized, turn on your water, get your blade going. Perfect. No dust.
We're ready for our next cut.
Good to go.
I will tell you this much. I almost felt like I was able to progress through the cut quicker with the water than.
Yeah, I feel it cuts a little faster.
It does seem to cut a little faster.
Yeah, but I would prefer water almost every time. There are just certain situations where you can't make a big cut, right? If you can't do that, then
Absolutely.
you got the other option.
Yes, the vacuum.
So,
awesome.
So this system and setup is the exact same that you see on the walk behind. So again, we took the same thing. You get your options on both. So it's really no different, but the idea is that you can run both systems.
So you could stand up, it's adjustable in size, and they're easily, the operation is unbelievably easy.
Yeah, I mean, the wheels help you make a nice straight cut, rolls right along. It's all about accuracy, depth of cuts preset, so it takes all the guesswork out of trying to do it with a one drive.
They're unbelievably effortless. Matter of fact, Caitlin, can you do us a favor?
Yes.
Can you cut us a nice straight line with the stand-up Medusa, please? I have a question.
Yes.
When you're operating, don't fall on us now. So, Caitlin, when you're operating, do you feel there's a difference in performance from the watered version to the vacuum version? You think one cuts faster than the other? You notice any difference?
Not really, but I think that this one cuts smoother. It feels better with the wet for me.
Awesome, we appreciate that. Thank you for the demo.
No problem, thank you.
So that's the Medusa walk behind. You got two options. You got your original handheld, you want to work at your surface level. If you want longer cuts, you get the upright version. Both of them have everything you need to cut straight. You got your dust collection, water dry, GFCI, your skate plate, all built right in. You're good to go. Everything you need for concrete going.
Is it bad for me to tell you that I feel like an old Italian lady? Even though they had, like, old Italian ladies, for some reason, they had mops and all kinds of stuff, the brooms, they would still get down on their hands and knees and scrub with a rag or, I like actually getting down and using the hand. I don't know, it's just me.
Hey, you got both.
But we have an option, and if you like options, when you need to cut some concrete, smash the like button, get subscribed, and tap the bell, because you never know when Craig might be showing us something new and innovative in the future. You're not going to want to miss it.
This is like what we call a T1 sample. It's usually pretty early on.
Right.
But because we have so many well-qualified parts in the corded version, it's come together. It looks way better than we thought it would at this point.
Really?
We're showing it today.
So this is a sample.
Yeah, this won't be available. This is going to still be fine-tuned and prototyped and tested all the way till we launch this in October.
Okay.
But,
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
So they took So you can see here, no dust collection.
No dust collection, so we incorporated dust collection on the cordless unit.
So this is similar to what you find on the 16-inch. So the big 16-inch has a design like this.
So
separate from the 7.25, which put it in that upper guard. So you have more space in the upper guard in this design.
Gotcha.
It was tough to do that in the 7.25.
So my question was, this is just your vac attachment.
Correct.
Okay. So that's all. It seems much more. The only reason I asked because it seems much smaller than the vac attach for the 7.25.
Right. You're talking about the cup design?
The cup design,
They're
yes.
still working through that, of course.
So the reason I'm asking that is because we had an Instagrammer, can't remember her name right now, but they're 3D printing attachments to deal with the 7.25 because it's like a snowblower.
Yeah, of course.
To direct it down.
Okay, so to like the angle it straight.
I didn't know what, if Skill was working maybe on some solutions of their own. That's the reason I asked.
I think they definitely know and heard some feedback on that, and they're trying to make the best solution possible. What we see come October when this actually launches might look a little bit different.
Gotcha.
But dust collection will be integrated.
So you're saying that there were a whole bunch of well-qualified parts that came from the AC unit.
Yeah, so this is a great product.
Right.
It's got tremendous success for the last 5 years that we've had this out. So don't ruin a good thing, just make it cordless.
So my question then is, this motor specifically designed for this 10.25 Salt Squatch?
Yeah, so
it's not a carryover, or it is?
It's not a carryover because this is a brush motor, so it is an improved brushless motor.
So it's a brushless. Is it this motor?
It is a little bit bigger motor than what you would find.
So this is specific to this tool?
Correct.
Gotcha.
And then what you see though, the one thing that's the same is the same battery. So when we designed this battery, yes, we wanted it to be powerful enough for the 7.25, but we were thinking bigger than that.
Okay.
We knew it needed to do, larger scale cutting applications, and that's where it has no problems handling a 10.25 because it was designed with that in mind.
And it's the same way, like the same maintenance as a regular skill saw.
No.
What do you mean maintenance?
There's brushes. This is now. So Nick is correct. So it's the same true worm drive.
Yep.
It's the only maintenance will be limited to at this point.
Oil.
Is the oil. Yep. The good part is, I will assume, similar to the 7.25, if they did have a problem with the switch, it's an easily serviceable part. Still. So we don't have to service the cord anymore, but if we did have a switch problem, swap it right out. Pretty awesome.
Just like, again, our corded, right? We tried to make anything that would be in-field serviceable, possible on a cordless version as well.
Gotcha. And I'll take care of this 4x4 in one single pass, correct?
Absolutely.
Wow, okay. You know what I was saying to myself?
It looks small.
I went, wait a minute, this isn't a 4x4. Somebody cut, yeah. So much better. Safety first, people.
How's it feel? What do you think?
Oh my God, it feels great. Here's the thing, you don't have to think about it. Like, when you run the tool, you're not thinking, is it gonna bind up? Am I gonna get kicked back? Is this powerful enough to make the cut?
Right.
Never, not once does that ever, it wouldn't with the corded. Right. And literally, this is pretty much, I don't wanna say it's ground up because it does have the true worm drive. There are carryover things, but the motor, the battery, that is pretty much ground up.
Yeah.
And it gives you that confidence to do your job. It's going to get it done faster, more efficiently, but most importantly, safely, right?
Yeah,
I never not once through that cut was worried about the blade binding. Is this blade, and it's a big blade to spin by battery power. Never not once. Is this blade going to bind? Am I going to get kicked back? Never crossed my mind. That's the way it should be. That's what SKILSAW, that's what they do.
Yeah, and no cord to worry about to trip over either. Right? The cord is gone. Beautiful.
Like even if you, even if you were to come through a cut, right, and bind up a little bit, you still don't bind. I'm not worried about kickback. I'm not worried about the saw coming back at me. Amazing. Okay, sounds good.
When it works well, it just seems simple, right?
That's right. How far cordless technology has come.
Yeah.
Really, 10 years ago, could you have something like that? Couldn't even
get one cut.
And quite frankly, I don't think you could do it safely.
Oh no. Yeah, lithium ion, bigger batteries, higher amp hour batteries. I mean, it's changing the construction job site. Changing the job site.
How many cuts do you think were made so far with this saw today?
Look at the pile. I've seen already 50 cuts probably, down a quarter.
So let me ask you this. When it comes to battery, this battery, is there anything you're showing off today that uses this?
Just these two.
Okay.
Yeah, just these two.
Any moves on lighter saw?
No,
we don't have an expected launch date yet. This is October, so this is going to be a little bit, but not too far.
You said October?
October. Yeah. That's why I said these samples came out so good that we're like...
This is like production.
I know. It'll get better by the time it launches.
What are you looking at as far as price?
2 battery execution will be $7.99.
This is the thing, they give those MSRPs, but then there's always like a promo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A free battery or something.
Yep.
And that'll drive people into the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can get a free battery. You know what? I'm going to buy. I'll invest.
Yeah, we play that game too, but like we'll start $7.99, 2 batteries. That's our recommended retail.
And if you like your circular saw supersized, then smash the like button. Also, if you're not already, get subscribed and tap the bell because you're probably going to see a couple more videos with Craig. And you're not going to want to miss them. With that, I want to say I appreciate Craig for showing us. Look at it. This is not even production. It can only get better. We are in South Hall, which I will say was a hike here at the World of Concrete. But we made the trek because we're with Carl at the OLFA booth. And he's going to show us some of the best Japanese steel in the industry.
Sounds like a plan.
We appreciate
the
it.
opportunity. OLFA's been around since 1956. We do one thing, we do it very well. We make the sharpest blades in the world, longest lasting. It's because of the steel that we use and the way that we hone the blades. We then put those into handles that are job site tough. Take, for example, our new aluminum die-cast metal handles. Everybody's had a classic utility knife, pot metal. They always have a tendency to be really heavy. Using the aluminum, we're able to give you a heavy-duty product, something that's going to last on the job, but it's not overweight in your hand. In fact, with that sleek stainless steel, aluminum die-cast on the black, and that elastomer grip, I call this sexy in the toolbox. But most importantly, this thing is sharp. 25 to 30% sharper than your average utility knife blade. When you want to cut something, you do that well with OLFA. Another example is all the construction materials out there that have gotten thicker, harder to cut, more difficult, or all the stuff that comes on rolls. Our job, we don't sell knives, we sell cutting solutions. We're trying to make it easier for you. Perfect example is this guy right here. We call this our rolled materials cutter. So it doesn't matter if you're cutting through ram board, it doesn't matter if you're cutting through carpet, all different types of house wrap, etc. This right here, if it comes on a roll, then this is a knife for you. Perfect example, a piece of cardboard right here, rubber backed. Vince, if I can put that knife in your hand,
sure.
You do me a favor and cut through there. How difficult was that?
So it seems like nowadays, the cheaper the carpet tile, the stronger the backing is. What is with that?
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
I guess it's so it holds up, I guess, at
Unbelievable.
some point. But with the right tool in your hand, you can make that job happen. Last thing I want to show is the 25 millimeter knives. Those 25 millimeter knives, it's a 1-inch blade or 25 millimeter. That's really built to cut through everything. I don't care if you're cutting through expansion material. I don't care if you're dealing with some of that moisture resistant waterproofing membrane or whatever. Not only is that blade going to do its job, but it's in a handle that gives you leverage, so you can basically make it happen.
What do you think about customizing like Kaizen foam with those knives?
Oh.
I mean, I think it's up to the task.
I think it's something that you can make happen, and you're going to leave yourself with basically a factory edge because that's how sharp OLFA is.
You ain't kidding. Is that everything?
I think the last thing I want to show you, this knife right here was a knife, this is interesting. This was originally developed to be a box cutter or a packaging materials cutter. But because of the design of the blade, you can't get in there to get cut, but it's always out. And the angle of that blade, and then it just being OLFA super sharp.
Sure.
This has been nicknamed now already the poly cutter or the ram board cutter because it's got everything you need to make it happen. Got a piece of ram board right here. Again, if I could give that to you, go ahead and hook on the top of that. Tell me how difficult that is.
That's bizarre.
Not at all.
It's pretty funny. Our commercial retail clients, if we're doing fit out, it would be you would think it would be the easiest thing, but the staff, the retail staff of the store, they're not allowed to have any sharp objects. They are allowed to use these like box openers
The box cutter
because the reality is they're so dull. You're usually so dull, they almost seem more dangerous to me.
I agree.
It's like you're gonna pull a hammy or something trying to use it.
A dull blade is an unsafe blade.
Bizarre.
With OLFA, you're going to get a sharp blade and a handle that has safety features to keep you safe, but still get the job done.
And if you like getting the job done and staying safe, then smash the like button. Also, get subscribed because you never know when we might be in South Hall again, and you're not going to want to miss it because it's a hike to get to South Hall. Carl, thank you for the demonstration. We appreciate it. We literally have a 48, 25, 25, 62. It's the Milwaukee switchblade. We're going to unbox this thing right now. This way. There's no questions if they're brand new. We're gonna have a brand new Diablo selfie bit as well. Yo, some assembly required. What's up? Unbelievable. You guys are really making me work for this, aren't you? It's unbelievable. Nobody realizes how handy it is to have a knife on them until they carry one. They're like, wow, they really did come in handy.
You try to go through security.
It's funny, we just came from OLFA. They're like, here, take these knives. I was like, I might slip them into the wrong pocket and end up on the floor at TSA. All right, so this is not a tutorial about how to put this bit together, but anybody have any Loctite on them? It's like, I'm only kidding. We're chucking this into this Makita. Whole hog. You ain't kidding. So I'm ready to go. Who's gonna run the opposing?
I got you. You got a volunteer.
We got. Look at this. It's Jeff from Toolbox Buzzes in the house.
I'm gonna let you take that out of the package.
Now you have to put yours together, right, and put it in your drill, right?
Well, look, this one's already ready to go.
Unbelievable. Can I help you here, sir? Oh, you're good. Okay. Wow, look at that, serious competitor we have. Before we do anything, I just want to make sure that they're the same length. How's that look?
Cool, real close.
Look at that. They had me set on speed 1. Unbelievable. All right. Is there any ground rules? What are we doing? Who's counting down? Are we having a countdown?
I'll count down.
So we're going to have a countdown. We're going to go on go. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, Go. No cheating, Jeff. Okay. All right. If you want to take a look at the wood, anybody got a pencil? I want to be right in this spot here. It looks as though Jeff's going to be in that. Well, I don't care where he goes actually, but I'm full. I'm full.
That'll be too much. Full and full.
Full and full. Full and full. We're going to go all scientific like. The master of ceremonies is going to mark this off for us.
All right. So what do you think?
So why don't we bring it in like an inch? This is nice and clear there.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right, that 1 inch right here.
Right there. Beautiful.
Cool.
All right, that's where our pilot points are going to go. And then, does that give us enough to show? I think it does, right?
Yeah, I think it does.
All right. I'm gonna.
Gearing forward. Yeah, you gotta let the tool do the work.
I'm not. Listen, I've not run. This is my first time running this Makita style whole hog.
Hey, Vince?
Yes, sir.
Land it around the back of you so you don't get caught up in that. I don't want you to get trouble, buddy.
It's nice to have people look out for you. Thank you.
Okay, ready? You guys are ready?
I just want to do one test pull. Make sure this.
Power button. Power button. There you go.
Next, you'll be telling me there's some kind of safety too. Unbelievable power button. Unbelievable. And we're just going to allow these to do they're going to self-feed. So we're just going to keep them from kicking.
Yep.
And that's it. All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Boom. And there you have it.
Shocking.
I propose we drill one hole through the center.
Yeah, and then the more you do,
Well, the weaker it's going to get, yeah. Ready?
Yep.
We'll do one more, because the viewers are going to ask why we did it this way.
You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
And if you like getting a retest when you ask for it, but not necessarily getting the results you thought you were going to get, then smash the like button. Also, if it's your first time here, you're not already, get subscribed, tap the bell, because when we get help from Toolbox Buzz in a video, you're not going to want to miss it. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Sorry, Russell. Sorry, Russell. He told me to go in that spot, thank you.
You are never getting red bits again.
I thought it was low enough. It was low.
Ready?
Can you do it again with one?
If we got wood, I got time to drill it. Well, this bit, it's a faster cutting bit. It's a dual cutting head. Okay. It's a self-feed, very aggressive, right? So you're gonna cut the holes will get cut quicker.
I do it for a lot of pipe.
There you go.
That's right.
This is your bit. It's aggressive and it has faster chip ejection. So it allows the cutting head to move through the material quicker because it's ejecting those chips out of the material. This is your bit. This is what you want. I haven't personally used Hilti since I was buying corded tools, and we've done some coverage of the new Hilti offerings.
Yeah.
But anything you teach me today is going to be all new news to me.
Well, I'll tell you at an account manager level, which is I'm talking to everybody who's out in the field.
Okay.
The thing I would start with here is one, getting a cord off the job is going to be the safest, obvious. Convenience, having this small breaker, it's great for walls. You're probably not going to be busting out floors with this guy. But it's also OSHA Table 1 compliant with this backpack featuring the DC75 cordless vacuum. So this is our 22 volt platform and this is a 36 volt platform. So you should actually put it on.
I should put it on.
Put it on.
The backpack?
Back is on. You're ready to.
Good Lord. So what are we chipping out? Anything we want?
Chip out. Come on these corners here.
Not bad.
No.
Is there a better way to demonstrate the?
Not at all. I mean, if you think about it, this is light duty chiseling. You got to break out small amounts. You're not trying to actually take out foundations.
You know what I like? I like the idea that they have a demo around rebar. So I suppose, like if we had concrete was in need of repair, or we had some maybe some concrete broke away from the rebar, and we needed to repair or replace sections, we can use this tool to chip around the rebar, take out the concrete, set new rebar, and then rebuild that wall. I will say this. I do hear some suction. I think you should have demoed it.
I love that you did it. That's how I do a demo. So the first question most asked is about the battery life. This kit, it comes with 2 batteries. So while one's charging, the other one, that's about how much life you get. You don't even have to worry about battery life.
Okay.
The entire 36-volt line moves over to the cordless worm drive. Same battery platform, cordless worm drive, collecting your sawdust. You want to give it a rip?
So what are we ripping? Just this plywood? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bang your head. Oh my God. Yo. This thing is unbelievable. Is there a battery on here? Yo, this thing is unreal. Like light, crazy light. Wow. All kidding aside, there was no stall on that. Wow. Yes, I will admit, when you look at this tool, you're expecting a much heavier tool, okay? That's pretty impressive.
All right, so our 36-volt platform is anchored now by the TE500A that you saw earlier.
Okay.
That's the world's first cordless breaker that's available to buy now.
Okay.
It's backed up by a wide variety of tools that come on the 36-volt platform. We launched this TE60A last year. This is a full SDS Max combi hammer, so you can chisel and you can drill with it. What we have is we tell our guys they can actually race against a corded one. You're going to beat your friends with this cordless one versus the corded one. It is an awesome, awesome tool. So if this tool's too big, if you need to move down, you can move down to the TE30A. This was the world's first cordless combi breaker, or combi hammer. When we launched this about 6 years ago, we were the first ones to the market with a cordless combi hammer.
So this is plus. SDS plus? This is max.
Yep.
What's the max bit size on this?
Inch and 9/16.
Okay.
Yep.
Inch and 9/16, and we're here.
Inch and a quarter.
Inch and a quarter. Okay.
So if this one's too big for you, then you can move down to the TE6. This one features an onboard dust collection system. All of this works on the same battery platform, 36-volt, 9-amp hour. If this is too heavy for you, we can take this off and put a 5.2 amp hour battery on it to save you some weight.
I will say this, out of all of them, I'm looking at them, I'm like, man, this thing just looks so handy.
Yeah.
Like this thing is handy looking.
And we,
what's Matt? Is this a 1-inch you said? I'm sorry?
This one's 7/8.
7/8, okay.
All of these give you the ability to do chiseling and chipping too, right?
Okay.
So this one obviously has a bigger capacity. We have this feature on it. If you're doing some precision chiseling, you can hit this button, drops your power down 30%. So you can chisel at 70% power, so you can get in and do some more detail work. It also has a constant on switch for chiseling as well, so you can have that.
Constant on for chiseling.
Yep. What we tell our guys and what we've seen in the field, we've been selling this tool for over a year globally. Customers are able to get a full day's work out of one of these 9.5 hour batteries.
Wow.
Now customers that are going to be drilling serial holes, maybe if they're doing a ton of doweling, they get through lunchtime and they got to swap one battery out and they finish the day out on 2 batteries.
Okay.
So this is really the wheelhouse of combi hammer and rotary for the 36 volt. You saw the breaker, you saw the saw. We have a reciprocating saw, we have a grinder, would be the other ones you guys probably want to check out.
For 36.
For the same battery platform.
Gotcha. Before we do that, I got to test these. Do you mind?
We've got a power button here. You just want to turn it on.
Is it on or no?
Nope. You push the button, it'll turn green. You're not going to hurt those whiskers, that's fine.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
You watching? Yep. That's how deep we made it in that short amount of time, okay? What are we looking at here? This is a 1? It's a 1-inch. Yo, that's pretty impressive. Plus, no air, because of the dust solution, no particulate in the air. Pretty amazing.
I left out right here on the side that says ATC.
Yes.
Active torque control. If you're using this tool and it binds up, it's going to shut off so you don't hurt your wrist.
How do we demonstrate? Well,
we can do it like this.
Okay.
Still holding trigger down.
It's pretty funny here. So, years ago, we don't need to put this in the video. I had a hammer drill go run away.
Oh man!
And spin me around the. Dude, it was painful. I mean, it was an old quarter unit. There was none of the safety features back then.
I was training the sales team yesterday because I want them to understand the importance of safety. I walked them over here, and I said, if you don't understand what active torque control does, just come over here and show your customer. It's one pull. I mean, you can break a wrist, you can chip a tooth.
So this doesn't have it?
This one does not.
Gotcha.
No, but that's the difference in that technology and this technology.
So the hammer drill I was using years ago, it had the trigger lock.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was drilling, and the tool went runaway, and it spun me around.
I mean, how do you stop it? It's going.
My God, pull the plug. That's what I did. I pulled the plug.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I want to test these out too. I mean, nice compact. And the important part is that you're seeing, we're drilling the hole, right? No particulate, it's not becoming airborne, number one, which is important. But number two, because we have the vacuum extracting the particulate, we don't need to necessarily come back and clear that hole before we can use our epoxy, whatever it is we're using to fasten. That's important. It's going to save you time, which makes you more money. I like this little guy though. This thing just looks awesome. See how rapid?
Do another hole.
Ready? Ready? That's awesome. What else you got for us, Adam?
36 volt, same battery platform, same. This is the 5.2 I was telling you about. If you need to save weight on one of those tools, you can slip over here.
I will say this, just from the way you picked it up, like when you put it down and you look at it from far away, I immediately think heavy.
Oh yeah?
I immediately think heavy, but just from the way you picked it up, I think it's going to be lighter than I expected.
So, what I think is more impressive is less about how much it weighs.
Yes,
but
the
how
balance.
well it's balanced. I mean,
I
don't have gigantic paws, right? Some guys have big hands.
I got fat hands.
So you can really grab that and control.
I got to tell you, this thing is really. And you said there's a more compact option?
This is the smaller.
This is the compact option.
Of that one. How's vibration?
I can tell you, it feels really good.
So a couple of features. If you want to change the blade, you don't want to get your hand down in there. You got an external chuck chuck blade change right there. Hot, you can sit it down. If you need to take this out for any reason, you can take it out. We actually have an attachment that fits on and goes back in here. If you're cutting cementitious board or something, you can hook a vacuum up to it to help make it dustless as well.
That's nice.
You got a scaffolding hook. You got 2 speeds. You got a place to put your lanyard if you're worried about fall protection for the tool. Same battery platform again. This is a 6-inch grinder with the ability to do grinding, cutting, just as well as what your corded 7 inches can do.
Gotcha. Let me ask you a question. Does this also have that runaway feature?
So it doesn't have, so first of all, it doesn't have a constant on switch.
Right, so it wouldn't go runaway. Right, so it's paddle.
But what it does have is it has a feature that protects the tool. If you have a new guy that's just bearing down and he's overloading the tool, the battery is going to shut the tool off.
Gotcha.
So you're not going to burn up the tool. We've come a long way with this, so you can still do heavy cutting and grinding applications.
Right.
But if you overload the tool, it's going to shut off, so you can't.
So that is the clutch system is electronic, not a mechanical.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And so what will happen is all you do is release the trigger. Yep. You pull the trigger again. You don't have to reset the battery or anything like that if you get into that shut off mode. You can go ahead and make a cut, and then I would encourage you to try to force it in and push it into that cutoff mode.
Okay. You ready? All right, we're gonna try to jam it in there. Okay. So we're not getting any kickback. Pretty impressive. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just.
Guard? Would you move the guard around, you think?
I think I might. I don't know. Whatever. It worked.
Yeah, the guard, you can adjust it around whatever angle you're cutting.
You ran away from us.
I made her
we got Adam though.
The best.
That's what she. That's what.
Artie.
Artie, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
Another
We got Artie though. I got Rihanna down. We got Rihanna ran away, so we got Artie now.
Yeah.
The dream team.
This is a cordless vacuum.
Okay.
We created this backpack so you can wear the backpack, you can hook this up, and you have a completely cordless chipping solution that's also Table 1 compliant for dust. So if you want to wear it, you're welcome to.
Yeah, wear it. Wear it.
I'll get your power turned on back here.
That's it. So they're all loosened up now. You need more than that?
No, 2 more.
One more?
Okay.
I'll do the whole thing? All right. Nice.
We want to give the customer the ability to be mobile around the job site to do these things that sometimes cord and hoses hold you down, right?
I will say
get
this.
Stuck to a side, get stuck in an outlet. So
that's an awesome combination. I like that there's never a question of what we're going to pair, because the reality is everybody loves a circular saw. Everybody loves a rotary hammer. The thing that people overlook is this as a solution to being more productive. And Hilti kind of takes the whole guesswork out of it. What should I put with my tool? What shop vac? Which, you know what I mean? I like the systems.
So the way we're able to do that, it's not because we're super smart or we can read the future. Every one of these people you see out here, these are account managers. They're in job sites and they're in offices every single day. The feedback we get from our customers is this is what we need. So then we go develop what the customers tell us that they need. That's the benefit. Probably the coolest thing about working with Hilti is I get to be involved with the customers, and that's what drives our product development.
You know, that's the thing. You know what's great about that? And I said this previously. It's not that I can't think, right?
Right.
I'm just busy. Sure. I'm busy as a small business owner. I just want someone I can rely on to tell me, hey Vince, this is what you need, and we use this with this, and I don't have to think about it. Yep. I like that. I like that a lot. Artie, we appreciate it.
Yeah, Vince, you too.
So the TE3000, that's Hilti's bread and butter. We introduced that in years past, and it has just been unsurpassed. No one has been able to touch the power to weight ratio of that tool. Okay. We actually recommend that against pneumatic hammers in the 60 to 70 pound weight class, because customers will get the same type of work performance and load, but on a corded platform. So a lot less maintenance, a lot less overhead, a lot less cost. You don't have to have the big compressors, so on and so forth.
Right.
Now, as far as what's new for Hilti, the little baby brother of that, the TE2000, for a power to weight ratio, hands down is the #1 selling breaker for Hilti.
Wow.
Home Depot is a great example of a customer that brought that into their rental department, and it just skyrocketed through the roof. It's a hammer that's the size small enough someone can put it in the trunk of their car, but to the workload capacity of a larger breaker. So obviously it always depends on your application, type of concrete, reinforced, non-reinforced, but every breaker in the industry tries to model after the T3000. In fact, there's cool competitors here that are saying, hey, we have a cordless platform of the T3000.
Right.
It's not the T3000.
Okay. And if you like solutions to problems on the job site, then smash the like button. Also, if it's your first time here, you're not already, get subscribed and tap the bell. See you on the next one, everybody.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.